If you follow my page, you know I do all sorts of goofy stuff. But one of my main things in life is that I operate nonprofits. Recently, we had a wonderful fundraiser, Haunted Hill Haunt for Charity. We had great volunteers. We had great guests that came through. Everybody had a blast. It was so much fun. I do this every year. It is my passion. It is my love. And we were able to raise money for a nonprofit to get their 501c status with the state and the IRS. And if you don't know, that is really expensive. On top of it, we were able to raise enough money for our organization to buy a truck. This truck would have been able to let us deliver food to those who needed it, deliver donations to those who needed it, and also help us open up our thrift store, which is going to fund all of our fundraisers from now on so that we can help other local charities and organizations in the area. And I went to a trustworthy guy who was a pastor of a church in Grant, Alabama. His name is Thomas Chambly. We bought a 2007 Ford Explorer SUV from him. Worked fine. I test drove it. It had a check engine light on for the changing of the oil. It said needed the oil change. So I was ecstatic that was all that was wrong with this vehicle. He prayed with me and my mother when we picked it up. Just as a pastor, you think what a pastor would do, that this vehicle would do all it needed to do to help our charity. Well, I bought the insurance. The insurance didn't take effect for a week. So on the day that the insurance took effect, I went up with my mother to the DMV. On the way to the DMV, the truck didn't want to work right. Red flag 1. I walk in with the bill of sale and the title. She says, this title's not signed correctly. This bill of sale's not done correctly. There's 2 names on this title. You need both of these names to be signed. And I looked at it. I had been scammed. I had been taken by a pastor, somebody to call himself a man of God. On the way back home, I called the pastor. I said, look, the signatures weren't right on the title. We need to meet. We need to get this straightened out because illegally this vehicle isn't even our organization's vehicle. I can't even put it in our name. He says, okay, we'll take care of it. Let's meet somewhere. And then as I'm on the phone with him, we break down. The vehicle stops moving. The transmission went out completely. And I tell this pastor what's going on. And I'm like, look, here, I will get the vehicle towed back to you. You give our organization back the money. You can sell this vehicle to somebody else that can fix it up. He said, okay, we'll figure something out. Let me call you right back. I haven't heard from the man since. And this was on November 7th. I have filed charges in Marshall County, Alabama against him for fraudulently signing the title because, come to find out, the name on the title is not the name of the guy that sold it to me. So when he sold us the vehicle, Thomas was not the original person that I spoke to. It was actually a Jimmy Gebhardt on Facebook. Jimmy Gebhardt was not actually the name that was on the title. Jimmy Udi and Liz Udi was the name that was on the title. Well, I went up to Marshall County Sheriff's Department and I filed a police report against Thomas and Jimmy for fraudulently selling me a vehicle because 1, they took $1,000 from our organization, and 2, I have a vehicle that I can't legally register in our name. So we are in a big bind. I've got him filed criminal charges. I need to take him to small claims court. I need your help. We need your help. Our organization, who does so much good for so many people, needs your help. This is not just my Haunt for Charity organization that this affects. This is my Thrift for Charity organization. This is my Community Pride Alliance. This is all the organizations that I currently found and run. That not to mention that he's a pastor, and our skip tracing that we've done have found many Facebook accounts, many social media accounts in his name and Jimmy's name, and that they have been selling stuff to people a lot. And they are scamming a lot of people, and they need to be stopped. If you can go to this link right here, and you can donate to our truck fund, that is going to help us go to small claims court. Anything that you can do to help us, by sharing this, liking this, commenting on this post. A comment that's at least 5 words will make this post go further. Thank you.